from Wyoming and your youth group. I think what you are doing in gathering together as a group and under the umbrella of the PCW there is such a great thing. You have a wonderful opportunity as your community to share your faith together, to encourage each other, to criticize each other, to support each other in your growth of your spiritual path, especially to positive criticism and testing each other, so you can probe and explore the depths of your beliefs, and beneath just the superficiality that a lot of people are willing to leave their faith at that level. So, and I think this can only be done in a community of people that are serious about the transformation, the self-transformation that's available to a community. It's a tremendous support, and don't take it lightly, but to use it to its full extent. So you have a wonderful opportunity to do that. You are on a faith journey. So let's unpack that word faith. A simple definition of faith is that it is a belief in things yet unknown. But it's a preliminary beginning. So what does faith lead to? One of my favorite passages in the Bible is, "Be still and know that I am God." So let's take a look at that one. It uses the word not faith, but knowledge. So faith really leads to knowledge. So faith is kind of a preliminary leading to knowledge. Never forget that. It's the knowledge that we are really seeking, a direct knowledge of what? Be still and know that I am God. So that implies that you have a God nature within you. It's already there. In another tradition, the Buddha tradition, one of the core ideas is that we all, across the board, share the Bodhi nature. The enlightened nature is already inside of all of us. And it's our efforts and intentions to uncover the layers that kind of hide that. But it's there. And so this passage indicates that we all have this divine nature within us, and it's up to us, up to our personality, you might say, to uncover that. Now, how do we uncover that? The first two words indicate how we do that. Be still. And that's such a hard thing in this day and age. There's so many distractions. And they all lead us away from self-understanding and self-knowledge that can only be discovered in silence. In the Christian tradition, in the 2nd century, we had many examples of people of faith leaving the metropolitan areas of Alexandria and Rome, the Middle East. They were, in their view, kind of just huge distractions, the same that we're facing today. And they left for the desert to enter the silence in a very deep way and realize their faith, come to a knowledge of their godhood. Those are called the Desert Fathers. So there's nothing new under the sun. The seekers back then that became known as the mystics understood directly the nature of God. And that's what we are seeking as present-day Christians, to understand the nature of God. So I recommend that you start carving out some time in your busy day, 15 minutes, set aside in silence to begin discovering yourself and discovering your divine nature that is in you. We have faith that is in you, and that faith will, by the right practice, lead to the knowledge of that. Of course, my preferred way of using that 15 minutes is in meditation. That is a tried-true method of tapping into the silence. So that's that. Another thing I want to talk to is one of the 12 questions that you put to me a little while ago was about what we would change if we could. And that brought up the question of determinism versus free will. And I think this is an important one, that we really have no free will if we do not put some space in between a stimulus and our reaction to it. So that invites us to, before we take a reaction to a stimulus, like somebody insulting us or demeaning us, our reaction might be to punch them out or to get angry in return. And our free response only comes if we can put a little space in between that and are able to kind of reflect on, is this the best response, or is there a more skillful response to that? It's like the stimulus comes from our senses up to our medulla oblongata, and never makes its way up to the frontal cortex, which is our reflective, more advanced mind. So we have to put a little space in between that stimulus so it can make it up there. And it's a simple practice of mindfulness, that we are aware of what has just taken place, the stimulus, and we can reflect on what our best response is. So there's another practice for you, mindfulness, that allows us to really understand how we are perceiving the world. We need to do it mindfully and not mindlessly. So those are 2 points that I want to make, and I think I'll leave it at that. And thank you for giving me a little time to speak to you on this. I really appreciate having this small relationship with our future. That's what you represent, and I hope you take that role and responsibility seriously. You are our future, and from what I know of you all, I think all of us will be in very good hands. Thank you.